Howdy everyone. Uh, Today I'm just doing a quick overview slash review of two products that I recently purchased for extremely cheap in my opinion. And my little things I have with them, little issues, and really the quality and if they're worth the money. The company is the Atomicbear Prepare to Survive. This card came with my tactical pen, and this card came with my flashlight. And of course, they both come with, as you can see, lifetime warranties, which are extremely easy to activate. You literally just go to the website on those cards, you put in your Amazon order ID, and that activates it. And so I imagine if anything happened, I could just contact them and give them that, and they would have it on their record as showing that I did purchase it. I'm going to start off with the flashlight, which is actually the second thing I purchased. I purchased the tactical pen first, and then when I went to the website to activate my warranty, they stated they had this on there, and it said, hey, use this coupon code to save. I think I saved like $1.50. I was like, worth it. So essentially I got this flashlight for about $7. I would honestly say the box itself is worth $7. So it comes within this box. Obviously I have just the top on top, or the bottom tucked into the top. And this is a pretty nifty flashlight for $6, $7. I'd definitely say it's worth it. It's got these fins that you can see collect dust mat, because I've had this for about 4 or 5 days now. And but it's got a good texture to it, good grip. Little grip here, and you can see the Atomicbear logo there, and some grip here. This belt clip is really tight, and it really holds in place. I worked with this for a week in my pocket, and it was always there. It never moved, didn't even slide around. I have it on the inside of my pocket, and it didn't even slide forward, front, or out of the pocket, anything like that. It does have these defensive, I guess you could say, grips, or not grips, prongs, you could say. They're not sharp, luckily, because like I said, it's very small, and it goes in your pocket. And when I say small, I mean literally it's small. I don't know how defensive this could really be tactical wise, or I should say, yeah, because really, like you saw, when you get a grip on it, when you're grabbing it, especially if you're in flashlight mode, you're trying to hit that button, then you go to make a fist, your hand kind of rolls over it, so it would hurt if you smacked someone with this, but I don't, for defensive purposes, I really don't think this is all that. But for a $6, $7 flashlight, I think it's great. So it has 3 modes, and you can actually change the modes without turning the light off. So strobe, and then half push, high, half push, low. And now you can turn it off, turn it back on, turn it off, turn it back on. But you don't have to. You can, like, and I've noticed this, that if I don't touch this for a while, and then I go back on, then I go back to use it and I turn it on, it'll come on strobe. Of course, right then I had it, so when it comes back on now, it should come on low. But let's say I want strobe or I want high, and I realize I'm not using it. It's like, okay, you know what I mean? It's not that hard to change. So it's not there's no exterior preset or anything, which I know a lot of flashlights have. This is a click over to it kind of thing, but at least it has that capability. And for $6, I mean, this is amazing quality. Can't really say much more about that. I think for me, it's always about quality versus purchase price, and this blows purchase price quality out the water. It's amazing, totally worth it. Recommend it fully, but always pay in mind to keep in mind how much you paid and what you got. This is everything that comes in the pen. They both came with a business card. This one came with the pen. And it comes with this. Essentially, it's really just kind of a universal belt clip for it. The Velcro's really good. The pen fits right in. And I actually worked, probably of the 5 days I worked with this, 3 of them I worked with this belt clip. And it's pretty comfy, actually. I didn't really have any problems with it. It's a little long, so when it's on your belt clip and you try to sit down, depending on the location, it might kind of push back into you because it caught the seat. It hits the seat down here, so it pushes back up into you. And if you're like me, I've got a roll or two, going over the belt, so this pushes back in. It can get uncomfortable then, but that's anything you wear on your belt. This sits low enough to where I'm not going to blame this sheath, this carrier, on that aspect. So I mean, it is what it is with this, just a universal belt sheath. It does come with a second ink pen, so that when this one runs out you can replace it, which I think is actually pretty fantastic. Again, this belt clip is really, really tight, snug, not worried about this coming out, and it is not going to come out of your pocket until you want it to come out of your pocket. This is, of course, just the pen part, and it writes very well. I mean, I never reviewed a pen's ability to write because it's kind of the base principle of it. And it sits, and I'll tell you, so this is how you would keep it in your pocket, and I'll tell you, this is pretty dang sharp, and it's definitely sharp enough to where if I had glass, I'm fairly certain I could easily break it. If it was a adrenaline pushing moment, grab it, and if you hammered it, I guarantee it would break. A lot of people kind of worried about this, but this isn't sharp at all, and actually I feel like it gives you a good, put your thumb on the back of that and really throw your weight behind whatever you want. And of course it is defensive. This could be very defensive. You don't want to, you grab this and you hammer fist someone, or you are able to, get that, if you're inexperienced and you just want to grab it and just start poking at them, if you can get close enough, you hit them in the sternum with this or something, that's gonna get their attention. That's gonna be a glass breaker on bone, and man, that is going to stun them. That is going to I won't say stop them, but they're gonna realize what you've just done. So as far as tactical goes, I think, of course, this is the one aspect that's tactical, and I think it's actually pretty good. This is a $15 tactical pen, if that. I can't quite remember, but I know I didn't spend more than $15 on it. And of course, to replace I keep saying of course, to replace the ink, this just unspins, and it has an O-ring on there, so I feel very confident that it's not allowing dirt and debris and dust down into the inside of the pen. And speaking of O-rings, this is the one con that I have with both of their products, and I know they have other products, but these two products, and it's something that, since I was paying attention, it didn't. Oh, by the way, before I mention this, if you wanted to, you can remove the belt clip. This just threads off. But anyways, back to what I was saying. If you're not paying attention, this might catch you, but the O-ring that's right in here, you can see it right there. That came out on me the other day because I was using this for the past week as my writing utensil at work, and I work maintenance, and so really I don't use a pen all that much, except if I'm writing down materials I need, or finishing out a work order, or writing a report of some kind. So I didn't use it all the time, but what I used it intermittently enough to have to do this and test really that top and see how well that top stuck together. And I'd probably say around the 100th time I used this, and I pulled this off, that O-ring on the inside came out. So I luckily, I was stationary when I was using my pen, and so when I took this off and tried sticking it onto the other side so that I could write, I realized that it wasn't sticking. It wasn't, because that's what creates the tension for the pen cap to stay on is it hooks right in here into these grooves and keeps that pen, you know, that's what you hear clicking on, and it keeps it snug so it wouldn't snap on. So obviously I could tell something was wrong. By the way, again, I think this case right here is, you know, good quality, really nice. But either way, these are the two products I have from Atomicbear. I have the Atomicbear Tactical Pen and the Atomicbear, I guess, I don't know what they call it, but it's a flashlight. And hope this, you know, helped people, and I genuinely hope that this brings them a little more business, because, you know, for a combined total of under $25, I think these are great for, yeah, these aren't your most heavy duty. They're not going to be, if you genuinely plan on you know, using these, and I say genuinely plan on self-defense, I mean, there are better products out there, but for $25, I don't think you get better than these.